Today we're going to make vegetable stew, also known as legume in Haiti. And the vegetables we're going to use are squash, watercress, cabbage, eggplants, carrots, and spinach, which you could use either fresh spinach or frozen spinach. And here we have a pressure cooker. And in the pressure cooker you have smoked pork neck, 2 pounds, bay leaf, parsley, and a chicken flavor bouillon cube, and whole black peppercorns. And you cover that, 1 teaspoon of whole black peppercorn, and you cover that with water and boil it for about 35 minutes. You're gonna use parsley and put it in the chopper, and garlic, and you also have onion, and you're gonna put scallion. You're gonna cut it into small pieces so it fit inside the chopper, and you're gonna close it and you're gonna grind everything. Okay, here we have 2 pounds of beef, and you take 2 sour orange and you squeeze it on top of it. How do you call this mixture? All the spices that we previously chopped in the food processor, you spread it onto the beef. Then you put it in the refrigerator and let it marinate for about 2 hours. After the beef's been marinated for about 2 hours in the refrigerator, we're going to now fry it. Now we're going to add some tomato sauce, about 4 tablespoons of tomato sauce. And after marinating the beef in the refrigerator for 2 hours, we heated a big pot with oil at over medium heat, and we added the meat until it turned brown. You increase the heat to high. And in a separate bowl, you add a cup of water, a bouillon cube, tomato paste, and marinade. And you stir that, and you use that to deglaze the pork. And you scraping all the brown bits. The spices, we've added pepper, cloves, oregano, salt, and black pepper. We deglaze it with more of the marinade, and now we stir it. Now we add the remaining of the marinade in the pot. And now we reduce the heat to low, and we're adding thyme and bay leaf, and we're gonna cover it to let it simmer for about 20 minutes. We're gonna peel all the vegetables, the squash and the eggplant, and also the carrots first, and then we're gonna cut them up. I'm going to show you how to cut the eggplants. Now for the squash, first you peel it, and I'm going to show you how to cut it. Cut it in half.
Clean it.
And you clean it to make sure all the skin, there's no skin left. And then you're going to remove the heart. You do that to both sides, and you cut it in small pieces just like the eggplant. We have transferred the meat and its accumulated juices into a bowl. And in the large pot, we have about 9 squash and 2 eggplants cut up into pieces. And over here we have the pork neck that was in the pressure cooker for about 20 minutes, and we've removed the stock from the pork neck, and we're pouring it over the vegetables. And now we're gonna turn on the stove and cook it. Mash the squash and the eggplant after it's cooked, and you add the watercress and the carrots, and then you're gonna add the meat. So you stir it constantly to make sure that it doesn't stick to the bottom. And you have the stove is on low heat. And now you add the hearts from the squash, and then you stir everything. Now you continue to stir it so that it does not stick to the bottom. And now that the pork neck is cooked, you're gonna add it and continue to stir it so it does not stick to the bottom. You know when the pork neck is cooked because the meat practically falls off the bone. And now you're gonna add the cabbage that we cut. After you've added all the meat, the pork neck, the small pork neck, and the cabbage, you're going to continue stirring constantly until the mixture is it should be a bit soupy. There shouldn't be too much water and should not be overcooked. So just continue stirring it until it's cooked. And you can do this with crab or conch or more than one different type of meats. And you can serve it with white rice. And you put 1 pepper, but don't let it break or else it might be too spicy.